Welcome to the promised land. It's been promised for 70 years.
There you go, Uncle. Hey. That's the opening right there. The promised land.
Get on the ʻāina. Get on the moku. Occupation, enough talk. We have to put the people back on the land.
Undivided interest.
Undivided interest. We are the heirs. We have to assert ourselves.
Jumping in line.
You got your ʻāina.
I already got the Hawaii lonas right here. Look.
You gotta get your ʻāina. Everybody over here, put rocks out.
Crazy Hawaii lona.
Get the chora pipiana. Yeah, just like Uncle Skippy said, we gotta start cutting the peepees too. We gotta start selling. All of the peepees, we gotta start selling.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking? Did you get potty? If you get potty, you put in. Right. 1 month notice. You're free.
Right. And no, not just free. You gotta come and work them.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big ass.
We went up there to make a census of our kupuna who have passed, waiting on that death list, yeah? Waiting on that list. It's been over 90 years since that act has been formed, and only 9,000 Kanakas, beneficiary, are on those lands. So me, Malani, Auntie Roberta, Uncle Skippy, all those who were there, Uncle Keone, we've lost loved ones, numerous. And so, since they were never awarded their piece of ʻāina that was already mandated by Congress that we were already supposed to have, we took it upon ourselves to make a memorial, ʻahu, of those fallen who have passed and are still waiting on the list, but they're gone physically, but they will always be there spiritually, and now in a pohaku form that's going to outlast us now.
Another country, and that the state of Hawaii will recognize that if you provide us with the information. There are special provisions for disabled hunters, such as vehicle provisions, crossbow provisions, and if you're hunting with a firearm, aside from our regulations, there's also the firearms regulations, which are managed by the Hawaii County Police Department.
So now that we got we kind of have a census of what everybody feels, we'd like to share that Waimea is already moving forward with trying to unite the beneficiaries to go ahead and malama this ʻāina and up the Mauna right now, yeah? And we came up with a proposal, yeah, a non-profit based on our communities, our lahui, the beneficiaries, to go ahead and make this management happen, yeah? So last night, Waimea already accepted that we were going to work together and start communicating and uniting within our mokus, yeah? Opio and kupunas, and we're going to end up deciding how we to steward this land, yeah? This is a big kuleana, and we're going to have to separate this equally and share these duties, yeah? Because this is a responsibility that everybody has to take part in. This is a big task. They've been trying to do the best they could, but they couldn't. We see it now, yeah? So now we have to be proactive about these kind of situations, yeah?
We spent, like brother was saying, we spent a lot of time on the Mauna this past year. Not nearly as much time as a lot of our community members have. Not nearly as many generations as our people have. But we did see a lot of neglect. We did see a lot of concerns. We didn't see Kanakas on the land. Yeah, we saw very few hunting, going here and there. There's no place, that's why, for the Kanakas to come congregate be ourselves, hunt, gather, you know, all of these things, pule, yeah, connect to this ʻāina. ʻāina isn't just one place up in the mountain or a place that you can ranch, yeah. ʻāina is the connection between the kanaka and the environment, yeah. So, you know, we started getting the ball rolling last year on a proposal to unite the beneficiary communities. Yeah, we got 6 mokus on this island. So our idea is to have 6 seats on a board of beneficiaries. Yeah, and these beneficiaries are the ones who can control what happens to the ʻāina Mauna area, what happens to the sheep station, what happens to the reforestation efforts. Yeah, because what happens is we take all our concerns to these guys, yeah, and they take them back a little bit higher up, and then they come back next year and do the whole same thing over again, yeah. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to be proactive, we're trying to get participation, we're trying to get kanakas out from your communities, yeah. We're trying to encourage the OPO to be a part of this, yeah, because their future is gonna be protecting this mountain, protecting these resources so that we can survive, so that the beneficiaries have security from the environment that they've always lived off of, yeah. Couple more specifics, we're called the Koa Kia'i program. You know, we just grassroots, we trying to do what we can. We went through all kinds of different hassles just to get on the table back in December to present to the DHHL commissioners. We never know that it was just to present, it wasn't for anything else, they wasn't gonna make any decisions. But what we realized is, we need the beneficiaries on that table, right? And we have to put ourselves there. We have to put ourselves there. So, like we're saying, we're proposing a 6-board non-profit state. We already got everything lined up, but we're looking for board members, we're looking for beneficiaries, we're looking for the people who want to malama this ʻāina, yeah? And then bring in the projects. The ʻāina Mauna Legacy project is over 200 pages long. There's all kinds of plans they got. Development, yeah, mall, you know, all kinds, potential, right? How are we gonna control that? How are we gonna have our say count? We have to put our feet on the ground first. So what we're proposing is that we take the first step. Yeah, you put us there, we clean up that area, we malama that area, we start planting, restoring, bringing the haumana up to have service projects, yeah. But it's for the communities to decide as well, and we have to malama and share and divvy out the kuleana across this island because our mountain is that important to us. Yeah, it's gonna take all of us to malama that mountain. It's a big kuleana.
Kind of 4 points. Luna, Vaina, Lala.
We, the beneficiaries of Mokoa Keawe, all 6 districts, wanted to commemorate the significance of that great 1843 recognition of our independent state as a nation through France, Britain, and America. That was a unifying point of that day to see that, are we satisfied with big corporations leasing lands, no leases, extension, or no new contracts until the Hawaiian Homes Commission Act is fulfilled.
land, and water, land equals house and food.
Right.
And that's what we addressing here.
The national crisis.
National crisis. There's too much homeless. In our country alone, there's too much homeless. And there's no reason why Kanaka, with the blood quantum of 50% right now, be homeless. Because through the special trust, just the Jonah Kuhio and Congress, we have land set aside for each of us. Yeah, whether it be pastoral or residential.
Right.
Yeah, we have land. So on that land has water. Land and water equals house and food.
Aloha kako. My name is Kili'i William Ioane Jr. I am the president of AHHL.
We get Hilo.
AHHL is a board of directors of CNHA. And we support this action that these young Kanakas are taking upon themselves to ensure that the Department of Hawaiian Homes, the kompong with DLNR, and there goes the land to somebody else for conservancy or anything else, or even TMT in Hawaii. We don't like give them easy access to our land to Mauna Kea. So AHHL supports Mauna Kea, Aole TMT, and the pipi and the hipa on that land, we like give them to the beneficiaries who waiting before they die, they can eat. This is NA7 Brother Echo, we clear.
And so when we're going up to our pastorals, these are sitting on leases that already have been expired. We're going out to non-beneficiaries, and we're doing everything else but to benefit the beneficiaries. So today is just another preparation for the day that we will go back up there to our homelands and start cultivating, start working on our pastorals, start reforestation. So this is just the beginning steps of the further progression that we need to be doing as Kanakas and beneficiaries and kingdom descendants of the beloved nation state. So today we have a little bit of mana'o coming from Uncle Earl to talk about a little bit about Laku'okoa, and then we'll go ahead and do a pule and head back up to our homelands and start putting in our undivided interest and get things rolling, not waiting for help from the department or any other fictitious entity.
Yo.
Yo.
Aho.
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 And then also our cousin Earl here, Dilion, Kukailimoku village. That is how I got my first, motivation to occupy Hawaiian Homes land. You know, to reassert ourselves back to the Mother Earth. When I went Kokua, the Dilions at Kukailimoku, made sense to me that no sense wait in a public park. We better wait on Hawaiian Homes. So I also represent the village of King's Landing, Kekaha Track 2, Hawaiian Homelands, and it can be done. But if you don't go up, go do them, it's not going to get done.
We'd also like to mahalo our kupunas who laid down the path and the foundation for over hundreds of years, and to the current timing, King's Landing, how Uncle was explaining how they celebrated and they decided to take their own destiny in their own hands. Kahiki Nui out in Maui, we mahalo them too for leading an example of how we have to get back on the land and start to take care of our own kuleana. And also to Uncle Sunny Kaniho, a wonderful warrior, patriot. His legacy will never be overlooked, as well as all of our other brothers and sisters out there in Kauai ʻAina who decided to not wait for the handout, and decided to put their kuleana on their plate and handle their business. And this is just a reaffirmation of what we need to do as a Kanaka, as Lahui, as beneficiaries, as successors, as descendants of the Kingdom of Hawaii, which the Hawaiian Homes Commission Act addresses. This is the redress, and we can't be waiting out for handouts. These lands that we're going to go about on is crown and government. It's meant for the descendants of the Kingdom of Hawaii, beneficiaries and descendants and successors. So the Beneficiary Trust Council is consisted of 6 districts, and each district is represented by 2 kupuna, 1 kane, 1 wahine, and 2 makuas, kane and wahine. And the opio, we're grooming them to be in those positions. So we want it to be transparent, non-biased, non-sexist, and everybody has a voice to manage the trust as a council. We're not trying to reformulate the wheel. We're just sticking to the plan that everyone has an undivided interest. Everybody has a voice that can be shared, and we can develop these kind of mechanisms to benefit the larger body too at will. So this is just a driving mechanism that's already approved by Congress, so that we can formulate amongst our communities and come up with solutions for the betterment of our ʻāina, our kupuna, and our opio to be better stewards and leaders in the near future.
Oh, solutions.
Yes.
Wait, describe
And
the
do on every moko ʻāina, from South Point to Hanalei to Poleahi.
We don't want to cause high blood pressure, strokes, and we want to come in kako'o, our kupuna who are here, and raise our opio in a better light that we now have.
Well, that's why we have representatives from each moku, because we have a plan. And it's the job of Koleana of the representatives to get the plan out to people so we can make it and work that plan according to the beneficiaries. When we move to Maui, or when Maui jumps on and gets and make sure the Beneficiary Trust Council can, counsel on Maui, they'll have their own board. And we know, our brothers and sisters from Maui, they engage in the culture, in the land, and all of our rights. So.
I represent 30,000 Hawaiians on the waiting list. Some said I can talk for them. Some, I never get them all. I'm not going to lie. I never talked to 30,000. Well, I can say I represent the 50,000 that went die before they got on the land. So a lot of our energies today is to reinforce that we don't trust Hawaiian Homes, who is a sub-goat, a little dog for the state of Hawaii. And we, the beneficiaries, feel that enough is enough. Why we gotta die waiting? I'd rather die on the land waiting instead of die off the land. So anyway, this is for the 30,000.
And that's why now the younger makuas are stepping up with all this information and knowledge coming down from our kupuna and knowing our history and who we are. Now we are able to identify our property and how are we going to solve this global crisis? Because the bread, like how we discussed, it's $7 a loaf, $6 for a gallon milk. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable, and we should be working the land that already have food ready and plants that we can start farming.
Problems already been solved. First of all, Humuʻula was desecrated
3 times already, the flag.
already. Yeah,
3 times.
3 times.
The first time,
people gotta understand, it's a memorial on the blood that has been shed, and with an undivided interest. This is not I say, you say, he say. This is for all the people who don't have a voice anymore. We're sharing their voice, and so
Give up.
to see it desecrated, where things are removed, pohaku's removed, the flag, the high Hawaii was removed, La Kuokoa, that's our Hawaiian New Year. And we raised that flag that morning, or that AM, as the sun was rising. We did the same with the high Hawaii to signify that as beneficiaries, we know how far we have come, amongst the nation, or the family of nations. We know how far we have come before we were even thought of being born. So we're here to make sure that ʻahuʻula, always stands for a voice. And then
It's the census,
it's because it's the census. It is the census of the crisis that's happening. And so
ʻahuʻula, like he shared, ʻahuʻula was violated 3 times. 1 time was from a department worker
So yeah, that's threatened.
So he decided to take it into his own hands and started to take off our flag. And so now there's been repeated. We put up our 4th flag, and I think it just got stolen a couple of days ago already. So people don't know the significance of our memorial. Yeah, USS Arizona has a memorial. Abraham Lincoln, he has a memorial. Yeah, and our people, we need a memorial because this is a real national crisis that has been plaguing us since 1921.
That's how you educate people,
Yeah.
with memorials. And
Right.
they do it all over the world.
The department didn't know at
Yeah.
first, so they took down our flag and they took down our accelerated land awards process. And then we got to connect with them knowing that it was a misunderstanding, that they didn't know who put it up. They thought it was the general public, but in actuality it was the beneficiaries' own land that they were tending to. We actually plant some koa, some la'i, and olena. We actually are improving our land as we are informing and educating. So it's a hand in hand. We respect our kupuna, we malama ʻāina, and that's why we urge the department that no more department staff shall go up and start desecrating our memorial, because if they do, then that would be a sign of hate crimes. Because now that people, in the beginning, people wasn't aware, but now that they are aware of what that ʻahu is, anything less or anything violated to it, it requires the attention of hate crimes.
So I say about 500,000 is that is connected. That's the first divide and conquer.
Just for whatever.
To 49.9.
Look, we going kipuka right here already.
You go already. Everybody seeing us enhancing them. They know we the landlord. They go say, huh? What, you guys cleaning up? Yeah. We'll be back every day now.
Well, maybe the department is a bit threatened because just like how you said, the numbers don't add up. 9,000 on the land in 90 years.
Right.
I think their lease is up. Yeah?
And that's what they got.
So it's coming. I mean, it's about the beneficiaries being able to have
Lead,
decisions and be the leaders of the beneficiary of the benefits.
Is how we are gonna, as the host, how we are gonna help everyone who is suffering. Not just us. We are just the mechanism to bring the awareness that we have solutions in place, ready to kako all of our kupuna, all of our opio and makuas. So that's where we wanna enlighten people, to encourage them to support these kind of efforts that are coming directly from our community of the poverty. Yeah, this is coming from the majority of the people, and that's why we're here to shed light on these processes that we can all develop. Yeah, so beneficiaries, successors, homesteaders, we urge you to get in contact with beneficiary.trust.council@gmail.com, because we need you and all your ohana who are suffering from this crisis to stand up and be accounted for. Stand up and be accounted and reach out. There's support all over, yeah? And we need to support all of our beneficiaries, especially out in Waimanalo. We send our aloha to the ohanas that have lost because of the neglection of the Department of Transportation when we lost our keikis out there. And these are the kind of matters that matter to us. These are the problems that we want to also address all over the ʻāina. We want to address our beneficiaries and the problems that we're faced with and we're plagued against. Yeah, so that's where we want to reach out to our beneficiaries all over this ʻāina to go ahead and contact us at beneficiary.trust.council@gmail.com for more information and how we can engage and support each other in these endeavors to address the national crisis and fulfill the legacy that was left from Prince Kuhil.
Bring the issues, that needs to be honored to the table.